Hi, I'm Dave Johnson, editor of eHow's Tech Channel, and let's unbox a Microsoft Surface. So this is it. This is the Surface RT, which is the tablet or slate or iPad competitor, or however you want to describe it, that was unveiled a few months ago and is running Windows 8, the newest version of Microsoft's operating system. All eyes are on this thing. It's pretty cool, so let's open it up and take a look. And my first thought when I pop this guy open is that the packaging is really elegant. It's almost Apple-like, and hopefully Microsoft learned its lesson from the terrible packaging from Windows Vista that you actually had to read a help topic to understand how to open. So pull back this tape, and look at that. We've got the Surface, the power cord, and we'll talk about that in a moment. They helpfully put that tab there so you can get it out. And then hiding underneath is some getting started materials. So I'll close that up. And then also I've got the keyboard, which you'll definitely want to get this as well. It either comes with or is optional depending upon which model you buy, and it comes in a variety of different colors. So let's get this guy open. And we have a Windows button there, which actually turns it on, and it gives you a little vibration when you do that. There's also a power button up here on the top. There's some connectors here. That's where the power goes, and this is cool. This is awesome. I have to show you this. This is the power connection, and it's magnetic. So it kind of snaps into place. It's not a plug that inserts like a USB cable. It's just sitting on the Surface, but it's magnetic. So I think that's really neat. It's a USB port and volume control on the other side, that sort of thing. So when we're getting ready to set this thing up, you should also know that there's a kickstand built in. You do that, and it sits there. So now let's open up the keyboard. Keyboard pops out. And this is kind of fun. There's a little quick start guide for the keyboard sitting in there. And now this connects in much the same way as the power connector. Get ready for this. Isn't that awesome? Let me just do that again because this is just so much fun. It just magnetically snaps into place. And now I've got the full keyboard experience like it's a laptop, or I can disconnect it and I can just use it as a touch device. So let's just go ahead and this is the initial startup. So we need to say I'm speaking English, next. I agree to the license. And then you can personalize it, so you can choose the background color that you want. They want you to give it a name. And then you can set up the wireless Wi-Fi connection. So I can say connect. It's going to want a Wi-Fi password. And now at this stage, it wants you to sign in to your Microsoft account. And what this is it's sort of like the ID that you use if you have an Apple iOS device. The really cool thing that using this sign-in does is it actually lets you use the same settings on all of your Windows 8 devices. So if you set up backgrounds and a particular color scheme and that sort of thing, it will be consistent whether you have the Surface device or a PC on your desktop running Windows 8. So I'll go ahead and sign in. If you don't have a Microsoft account, there's a link here that lets you sign up for one. Now, after you finish inputting your Microsoft account, it's going to give you a quick tutorial on how to use the device. So you'll just have to sit through this. It just takes a couple of moments. OK, so after the final setup, you get your initial start screen. And it's the color that you chose. And if you notice there, it's a picture of my dog, because that happens to be the avatar I've selected in my Microsoft account. And that's also on my home PC running Windows 8. So how do you use this new operating system? Well, swipe, pinch, zoom, all the same ways that you would normally control, say, an iPad or an iPhone. If you pinch the start screen, you can get a bird's eye view of all the apps you have installed. Or you can tap anywhere and it'll zoom back in. Just tap an app and it'll launch. So this is a calendar app. And you can press the home button to go back to the start screen. Or if you have multiple apps running, so for example, I've got this app running here, now I can drag in from this side and keep switching between the apps. I can press that to go back to where I was. Also, I can pull it out and see a list of all the apps that are running and just tap the one that I want. Something else that you should know is if you swipe in from this side, you get what's called the Charms bar. And this is what gives you access to all the really cool stuff like settings, if you want to configure windows or make other changes. You can also print from here. You can search from here. So if I tap that, I can type, for example, help, to find help and support, all the help topics for the device. Anything that you would normally type in the search box, you can get to from here, from the search button. Or you can just start typing as well on the keyboard, and it'll let you search in Start as well. So there's still the good old-fashioned desktop. As you might guess, I can still open the desktop and run programs here. And in fact, this comes with Microsoft Office that's been optimized for this device. So you can run stuff here, and then also you can get to that modern experience as well and run them side by side. And get back to the Start button that way. So that's the Surface in a nutshell. One last comment that I want to make sure you recognize the fact that this Surface device, the one that you can buy this holiday season, is what's called the Surface RT. And that means that it doesn't run all the old desktop apps that you probably already have from Windows. If you have Photoshop, if you have a bunch of games, they're not going to run on here because it's running a different kind of processor. In fact, just about the only thing you can really do on the desktop right now is that optimized version of Microsoft Office. If you wait until early 2013, you'll be able to buy the Surface Pro, which will run all your old desktop apps and the new stuff, these new modern apps as well. But the battery life probably won't be as good. This behaves a lot more like an iPad. You get all-day battery life out of it. So you need to choose which of the devices you want, but once you choose, it works the same way.